Luxury Idea House, reporting live for a sneak peek behind the scenes tour. So come on inside and we're going to meet our homes editor, Zoe Gowen.
Hi, come on in. Now we're in the foyer that Ashley Gilbert designed.
Yes, Ashley Gilbert designed a stunning foyer for our Idea House. It is so great. All starting with the beautiful Sherwin-Williams paint, which is a neutral, and it reads as a pretty green-gray. And then she layered out lots of natural materials, including that gorgeous painting
That she brought over from France. It's 8.5 feet long, and then the console table is 13 feet long. And then it pairs awesome with this walnut basket that's over here that was used originally for walnut pickers to dry them in France. And it's 8 feet long, so how do you even carry around an 8-foot long basket? I'm not really sure. And then she has these great banquettes over here. And one of them is now our ticket sales office. So this is Chris and Kathy who are manning it today.
Wave to the camera.
Hey! And so tickets are $15 and you buy them at the door, and the house is open until December 15th.
And so I hope you join us. We have lots of tours going on right now, so we'll ask everyone to say hi as we go through. All right, so we'll go to the dining room. Here we are in the dining room by Margaret Kirkland. She's an Atlanta, Georgia-based interior designer, and she did a wonderful job taking the inspiration from a magazine, which was
A dining room from 1989 that was this crazy deep burgundy, and it had these really over-the-top window treatments. So burgundy's become coral for 2016, and the over-the-top window treatments have become these great chinoiserie pagoda-esque valances and drapery.
If you look really closely at the wall covering, Brennan, you can see that it's both fabric and wallpaper below and above the chair rail.
That is magnificent.
Yeah, it's a great textural piece and definitely makes the room cozier and more inviting.
And it's all from Cowton and Tout.
And also, she painted the ceiling blue, which, as we all know, is a very southern thing to do.
Yeah, and another one of my favorite things are that she skipped the sideboards over here, and instead she just has a pair of 2 demi-lunes, which is awesome.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so you can use them for serving and put plates and food and everything on them when you're actually eating dinner or lunch in here, or you can just dress them up as another pretty piece of furniture a little bit more easily. And then over there she has the great banquettes that are from Ballard that she customized with another Cowton and Tout trim, and then applied the same, she tore off the embroidery from the chair backs and had it applicate onto a pillow instead, which is really cool. And then above are fun takes on face paintings, aka not portraits, but sort of, from another Atlanta artist, Sally King Benedict, which those are so much fun with the color.
And I think these areas are so clever because they provide a great place to stop and have a cocktail. As you can see how she styled it with some champagne flutes. But it kind of makes the dining room more inviting than just a standard dining room table and chairs.
And the tables aren't actually covered in fabric. They're trompe l'oeil with wood.
From our 2015 Idea House designer, Bunny Williams, as part of her collection.
Those are awesome.
Oh, and you must not miss the palm trees that she got from another southern designer in Palm Beach, Florida, which just add a touch of whimsy to the more formal dining space.
But I have the great Sunday.
And then of course there's the formal crystal chandelier.
Yeah.
And that's from Park Lawn Stove in Atlanta.
And one of my favorite things is these adorable menus that Margaret created just for the occasion. It says 50th anniversary dinner, if you all can't read, and there's hummingbird cake for dessert.
And maybe if you're lucky, Brennan, you'll get invited and get to come back and Facebook Live it. And then another, oh wait, one of my favorite things, and this is on my Instagram, are these awesome louvered doors that Bill Ingram invented. So they're sort of like shutters all throughout the house, but they're also doors.
Hey Elly, hey Zoe.
Yay! So come to the kitchen.
This was designed by Bill Ingram. It is wonderful, and it's a dark shade of hunter green that we've been calling master's green.
Yeah, it's actually called Sherwin-Williams Evergreen, and Bill says that it's his new take on the avocado green kitchens that were everywhere in the 60s and 70s. So he says it feels like it's fresh from a garden. It does feel a couple degrees cooler in here for sure because it's like 100 outside right now. But then he did lighten things up with the butcher black countertop, and we love the fact that he left the appliances exposed. So we have the great refrigerator. I don't know what's in here. Thermidor. And it has the deepest freezer ever, which most of these doors don't, or refrigerators don't anymore.
Whoa.
I was really impressed with that. And then we have ice and whatnot up there. It hasn't been turned on. And the pull-out pantry where we kept all of our snacks for the Idea House shoot. All the Tate's chocolate chip cookies are gone. Elly, whoops, she probably stole them.
And then one of my favorite details is we have lots of cool upholstered ideas in the house, and this is a great way to do not open shelving, which is hard to keep clean anyways. So he did this fun old school ticking stripe inside of these cabinets, which is a nice way you can display your barware without oversharing.
And you can set that up as a bar for drinks, or you could also serve dinner off of it because it's so close to the dining room. And then another thing that Bill did all throughout was he used these botanicals from Richmond called Blackwell Botanicals. And Bill has a thing with peanuts. And so if you can, I don't know if you can zoom up there to that one, but that is actually a pressed and blooming peanut botanical with the little shells and stuff if you look close. Maybe we'll have you climb up on a ladder later, Brenna.
Okay. I'm up for it.
And then next to the kitchen is this awesome family room that Bill tinted in a crazy number of yards of ivory colored fabric, which he used this black and white Greek key tape. You can see in the center how he hung the hanging fixture right out of the middle. So it's a little bit of a chic version of a circus tent. So it's a whimsical and elegant treatment.
Yeah, and if you look up there, most people have no idea how a tinted ceiling really works. So what it is it's essentially you line it with a rod on all four walls, and then you hang it like a curtain, but instead of letting it hang down, you pull it to the center, and then there's this big circular board where it's all pulled through, and you can see that was put on top of it to hide all of the messy parts. And then you just drop the pendant. So you've got to have the valance all the way around to hide all the scaffolding and stuff and kind of make it look neat and pretty.
Which is clever, and so to make it feel extra tinted, he then allowed the curtains to kind of corner all four anchors of the room.
So Zoe and Elly, for those people who are just joining us, can you tell us what we're doing?
We're walking through the 2016 50th Anniversary Idea House. So come along with us.
And how long did it take to create this tinted ceiling?
I think it took the installers, who they're based in Birmingham, I think it took them a week. And I think it took 250 yards of fabric, but what Bill says is you just need to find a place where you can get a good deal on a bolt of fabric, because it's going to take you a whole thing. So don't use expensive fabrics. It's more the impact of how much fabric is here that makes the statement. And then if you come around here, you can get more of his botanical bonanza. There's more there, all from Blackwell Botanicals. And you also see his cute little breakfast table that also doubles really well as a card table. And we see more of Bill's peanuts.
Wow.
He was very into having peanuts here.
They go with your elephants too, Zoe.
I know, I should feed them. And he was really particular about having the National Geographic styled in here because it played up with Catherine Jones's painting.
And you can see he even pulled the yellow tape trim. You can see a little bit of the piping on the pillows. So it's a pump of bright yellow.
Mm-hmm. And then all the upholstery in here is from Serena and Lily, except, well, that's not upholstery, but that cool tree stump table over there is actually Bill's own table that he has on loan here. So if you come, don't put a drink on it.
Then we can go down the side hall, which is actually how you get to the garage, which shows you how family friendly this house actually is. And you have a powder room and the laundry room off of this hall. The door all the way out is the exit to the garage. And then here you can see 4 hugely scaled of the botanicals that are very pretty in burlwood frames.
And I'll take a quick peek in the powder room here.
Yeah, so he coated the powder room in horizontal thick stripes.
Well, no, it's actually vertical wallpaper.
Vertical wallpaper applied horizontally.
Mm-hmm. And he even did it on the ceiling. The builder called this the Beetlejuice bathroom. And then another cool thing about this house is that all of the light switches are low instead of high because it feels more natural. So you can find them easy.
Super clever. So if you continue down the hall, you can also see that there's this pair of French doors that go out to a dining terrace that we hope to show you via Snapchat if you will also follow us along there. And then keep going down the hall and there is a laundry room, which is so nice because it has a higher level of a folding counter, which alleviates back pain. So as soon as you get your wash out, you can fold it at ease. No one likes bending over to fold towels and sheets.
And what is this made out of?
That is Carrera, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
So super durable and easy to wipe down. Great. Okay, so we'll go across the hall where we have the other half of the house. Come on. So we're going back through the entry hall, which is the heart of the house, to this amazing living room by Mark Sykes. He is a Southern designer who's now based in LA. And it's a beautiful example of neutral decorating, and what makes it so successful and not look like a baked potato is he's layered it so well. So take note.
You can make all the upholstery look like a baked potato.
Right.
Elly loves sectional sofas that look like baked potatoes.
Be sure to sign up.
And all of the furniture is from Henredon in here, which is great. And then I think the best detail in this whole room is Mark Sykes' hand-painted walls, where he took the
Come over.
stripes on the sofa, so this pattern, and then he enlarged it and had it painted on the walls.
Which
in
if you
really
come
watery
really
stripes.
in, you can see that the stripes are not perfectly straight.
And how long did it take to paint these walls?
I think of like 7
7
full
days.
business days. So the lady has definitely a lot of patience.
And then Mark is also big into creating collections. And so one of the collections that he put together for us instantly are these bird prints that are by a Swedish naturalist who's sort of like the the Swedish version of Audubon. And so they're by Olaf Rudbeck.
And they're great. And you can see they're here as well as on this mirroring wall.
They're above the mirrors. And then they're also again on...
And side note, our editor-in-chief loves birds. This is one of his favorite features in the house.
Yes, he's really into gallery walls. And then another great thing that Mark did with the back-to-back sofas is that he created 2 really symmetrical seating arrangements in a room that has such great symmetry on its own with the French doors. And so the reason for that, he said, was so that everyone could instantly figure out how to get out to the porch, which is on the other side of this. So our cover happened right outside those windows.
And it's so cozy and clever because it allows this room to be super functional for lots of people. And there are so many places to sit.
And so the area over here on the left towards the faces the windows in the front of the house, Mark intended for like livelier conversations. And then the area near the fireplace, he intended for smaller, more quiet conversations because it also opens directly into the master bedroom. So this is sort of, this half of the room functions a little bit like a sitting room for the more quiet master bedroom, which is an unusual thing to have in a house. But Bill Ingram's thinking with doing the master bedroom off the living room was to make sure that your formal living room really gets used. And then another genius thing in this room, I think, is the white firebox. Most of them are black, and so you're only lighting a fire for probably 3 months out of the year here in Alabama. So it was nice to lighten it up so you're not just looking at a big black hole for 9 months.
And also you can see he did something very similar to Bill. He used fabric upholstery to add more texture in the bookcases, which is a great way to hide storage, and that is so important in this well thought of house. So from here we can go to the master bedroom.
Sounds good, Ellie.
And there's actual people touring around, so we might pull in some strangers for their opinions.
This room is done by Lauren Lease, and she's a Northern Virginia-based designer. It is very beautiful and has lots of organic elements, using her own fabric collection, which you can see on the fabric at the foot of the bed and on her bed hangings.
It's all block printed, but it has a little bit of dimension to it, so it reads like embroidery.
We'll get a closer look here.
So this is a great closer look, and then this is actually an antique rug that she had turned into a little pillow, so it was a remnant of a rug. And then Lauren has more of a relaxed, casual look than a lot of other decorators. So on here, I thought this detail was interesting. She purposely left it frayed.
Yeah, she likes kind of more raw, simplistic, organic materials. But she's very clever with her decorating. As you can see, she used a desk, which too can be yours from West Elm, which is a great mix of high-low, as a bedside table, which is clever use of space, because that way it also functions as a home office.
And then one of the things in here I think that makes it really come alive, even though everything is so simple, is the Raphael wall covering. It just sort of adds that warmth more than that paint just can't do, and it's by 22. And all of the art that is in here she found locally in Birmingham, a lot of it from inexpensive thrift stores and antique malls.
And you can see a great example of that on this gallery wall over here above this little settee.
And the pillow right here with the web. Lauren has 3 boys and 1 baby girl, and so this pattern's named after her. It's called Giselle's Web.
So sweet.
So then we can go on into the master bathroom.
We have some people on tour. Do you mind if we interrupt your tour?
no,
Y'all
we're
can be
good.
on camera. What's your favorite room?
Well, you're already
we don't know yet.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll check back with y'all in a minute.
Okay.
Here are more of my favorite doors.
So go on in
And
to
make
the
sure
master
that you
bath.
frame up like exactly so the readers can see this cool Oculus skylight.
Which is such a treat because it allows so much natural light into this bathroom.
And then all of those botanicals that Lauren has hanging are also from thrift stores and antique stores around Birmingham. And her very nice and amazingly detailed husband hung those in a perfect grid in like under 15 minutes. I don't know if you've ever hung anything
With
like
baby
that.
Giselle here running around. We had lots of like super moms on site. And then what you cannot miss is this cool shower to your left, which is if we close that door,
Here, I'll step in.
you can see it mirrors and mimics the other louvered doors in the house that are like shutters. But it's very clever because it doesn't have the traditional shower clear door. So it offers a little bit more privacy.
And we have a garden stool with some nice Alabama made soaps because this is the year of the Alabama maker.
And it has a window in the shower as well
With frosted glass.
for extra privacy. And then you have his and her sinks and his and her closets.
Oh, and these are also so smart because these are Ballard mirrors that she had instead of medicine cabinets. And then she had them glazed so they look a little antiqued.
Wow.
Very pretty.
We'll take a quick look in the closets here.
And there's my iced coffee hiding.
You need some sustenance to make it through Facebook Live.
Sorry, people.
These lovely clothes are from our friends at Alabama Channon.
Yeah, maybe Elly should do a fashion show.
Becky loves the shower and the sink, she says.
Oh, good. Should we give her another close-up?
Sure.
Do they like, does Becky also like the freestanding bathtub underneath the botanicals?
We'll give her another look. And Carolyn loves the closet spaces. So does
That's good.
Teresa.
How do they like the Oculus? Have you shown them a detail?
We have this beautiful skylight.
One thing I do want to point out, which you get questions about this all the time, is in a bathroom you can see polished nickel on the faucets. And then you can see she used an antique brass on the light fixtures. And I know we have gotten that question dozens of times now that you can indeed mix metals. So if you fall in love with a pair of lights, you do not feel like you cannot use it because it doesn't match perfectly. It's almost like prettier and chicer if you do not match.
And Bill Ingram did the same thing in the kitchen. Mixed lots of different metals. Brass, copper, and polished nickel.
Very cool. So we heard back from Becky. She does like the tub, and Michael really likes the skylight.
Oh, good, Michael. I'm with you on the skylight. And I love that Lauren did the wallpaper on the ceiling in here, too.
We have lots of fans of this bathroom.
Great. It's an awesome one. Should we head out to the porch, though?
I think that's a great idea,
you're ready?
Zoe.
All right. That's everybody's favorite spot.
So in the South, you're able to live on the porch, as we all know, majority of the year. And this one is extra gracious. If you come on out, Ballard Design sponsored the porch. So you will be able
And
to
let them
also
see the
purchase
view. Nobody gets to see what's right out this way.
Mount Laurel, where we are, is a really lovely community off of 280 in Birmingham, and it feels like you're in the mountains.
Well, it is on a mountain. It's on the back of Double Oak Mountain. Birmingham's in the foothills of the mountains. Most people don't know that. I didn't know that till I moved here.
So Zoe and I worked on this porch together, picking some pieces from Ballard that we thought were the most functional and gracious for this porch. There is a swinging day bed, which is super dreamy, and everyone who comes to the house, we find them on it. It's very inviting.
It's extra deep. It's the Sunday lazy porch swing from Ballard. But we did paint ours dark green
Yes.
because we wanted this porch to be green instead of the typical blue. We thought it worked better with the setting and with the shutter and the exterior color.
Which you can see is a really fun pairing of the slate color and a fresh spring green. Which we even wanted, Ballard offers a really cool custom detail where you can pipe the cushions in a contrast, which makes it seem less buy and go. And then you will see we have some plants holding on in this hot Alabama heat, and that is thanks to the Southern Living plant collection.
Same with the plants out here. They
It
don't
helped
even
us with
look
the
thirsty.
landscaping at the front of the house.
In Mount Laurel landscaping, they want it to look like it's very native and original. So that's the landscaping, and then also we did do the blue ceiling and a porch fan, but instead of a traditional looking porch fan, we went for a really functional haiku fan, which is like the coldest porch fan you've ever sat under.
So even though it's very hot out, we are not nearly as hot next to that.
No.
So if you just want to come with us to the front,
They need to
we
look
can
down
show
people
you
at
all.
spans.
And then you can pick up with us on Snapchat to see the upstairs.
You can follow us on Snapchat at southern.living.
Yeah, and comment with their favorite rooms they've seen so far.
We would love to know.